Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be around the world. Welcome to High Priestess Maya. Welcome to my channel, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day, afternoon, okay? And you are enjoying this beautiful weather, at least where I am, okay? Um, some of you, it's snowing where you are, but you're still enjoying the weather, and that's excellent, okay? We go with the changes and we have to enjoy the changes. Okay. So, talking about change or changes, today I want to talk about marriage. Okay. And should marriage, as we know, marriage is a contract. I'm not talking about spiritual marriage, I'm talking about man made marriage where you have to go to court and, get a license, and it has to be signed by the state or the government permitting you to go into union with somebody else. Okay, so we're talking about here man-made marriage. Okay, the original marriage of the beginning of time was not like that. It was spiritual marriage, and there was no such thing as going and get a certificate or permit or whatever. Okay, allowing you to get married. So, and as we know, as we see, you see what this got us today. There's so many divorces out in the world today. Many people are getting divorced, and the statistic says like this: the divorce rate is like 50 or 60% today. Okay, and especially much higher out in the West. Okay, so like first world countries. So my question to you is that, don't you think that marriage should be on a limited time? Should be a contract, but an unlimited time. So what I mean by that, two people go into a contract and they agree. So when it's limited time, I mean that it's gonna have an expiration date. Okay. So the marriage contract you sign when you go to the courthouse or the government office should have an expiration date, an option with option to renewal. Okay. So between two people, they should agree on how long they want to be married with option for that contract to renew itself. Okay, maybe they want to get married for 2 years, and at the end of the 2 years everything works out okay, they want to continue, then the contract then the agreement can always be renewed, you see. So I'm pretty sure many of you have not thought of that. Yeah. And it will definitely eliminate divorce. A lot of people will go out of work. Okay, so you don't have to worry about certain people, like, certain lawyers that sign up for these things and things like that. But since we live in a society, everything is about profit and everything is about, it's a business, everything is about money. So I'm pretty sure they will make it a way that when you go to renew that marriage contract for however long you want it, then of course you're going to have to pay. But is it going to be a higher fee the second time around or the third time around? Okay. Or is there a fee associated with the terms, according to the term? Because everybody's different. Maybe a couple, they write out the term they want in the marriage for the amount of time they wanted the marriage to last, with option to renew it, and they write out, all what they, the what they expect from each other. Because after all, it is a contract. That's why it is a legal binded contract, the marriage. And again, I'm saying, I'm not talking about spiritual marriage or the way that the supreme God, when he created marriage between a man and a woman, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the marriage that was created in the Garden Eden, the Garden of Eden by the supreme God. So we're talking about, the legal binding contract, and it is a binding contract. This man-made marriage, but at the same time, this man-made marriage is man knows that the marriage itself in general is when you lay down with the person, and that's what create the marriage. Originally, this is the way it was created by God, and this is the way marriage was in the old days, before that legal contract came into existence. You see, because men wanted to take over that as well. So if even if you do get, you go and sign the contract, and you do end up getting married, but after the marriage is done, that contract is signed, legally signed. If the marriage is not consummated, so if you haven't not laid down with the person, you can easily go in front you can easily go to the judge and have it void, terminated, because it's like the marriage never took place. You see? So the Supreme God knew when he created marriage what he was doing. And then again, I'm not talking about the man made marriage. You see? It's two different things. And this is why man itself can allow marriage any kind of way. They can allow marriage between different species and things like that. So this is why I see people, like, God created marriage, but I don't worry about that, because I know this two separate things. It's two different marriage. There's a man-made marriage, and there's of course, a God made marriage. But you can still be married the way God created it, okay? But it's not recognized by man. It's not recognized by the court, and man-made court. So So should marriage be should be a contract, a limited time contract? The way things have been going, the way things will continue to go, because especially today, people don't want to get married. People refuse to get married. A lot of people don't even want to live together. you know? So, but it has to be like that. So if you sign a marriage contract for the amount of, and your own term, for the amount of length of time you want it, with the option to renew it, do you think that there would be, marriage will last longer? There won't be no divorces, because once that contract ends, it ends. It's term. It expired. So if it's expired and these two people don't want to renew it, there's really no reason for the divorce. Simple as that. So a limited time marriage contract. Yeah. I mean, just think deep about that. Okay. Yeah, I love you. I wanna marry you, but why don't we try this thing for 3 years, 5 years, and see how it goes? Okay. Maybe when it expired, maybe I don't want to renew my contract with you. You know? Yeah, because today people will go to all that wedding thing, spend millions or thousands, a lot of money. Let's just say a lot of money. The party, the venue, the drinks and food, and the people they invite, and everybody is all gingling, happy because they're having a wedding. Because there's the wedding and there's comes the marriage. So people celebrate the wedding, but they're either they run away, they back up, or they shy away from the marriage. Because when the marriage comes, that's when reality steps in. This is when reality starts. After the wedding, the party, the dancing, and the guests, everybody go home, and then the marriage starts. And this is why you see today people spend like having weddings 2 to 3 times. They can have a wedding here, they can have a wedding in another state, maybe another country, two, three, 4 times, and then 2 to 3 months later, separation. They want divorce. I mean, really think about that. Marriage and a limited time contract. And some people would say, well, if I really, if they really love me, they would not agree to that. But if they really love you, why go and get a divorce? Why go and get a separation? I think that would save a lot of people a lot of money. That's what I think. But knowing how everything is made for money, made, for profit, they will find a way to make up or to get that money if it's not being made by divorce. They're going to find a way to make it up some other way. But the question to ask is that if marriage is in a limited time, if it's a contract limited, it has an expiration date. How many time can you renew it? How many time will you be able to renew that contract? And if you renew it after an amount of time, does the last contract that you renew, the last renewal, does it have an expiration date? Will it have an expiration date? Because I think it's a great solution because people change. This is not a solution for everyone, but it's a solution for a lot of people because today, and it's been like that for a while. The majority of the population are going their separate ways after marriage. So this could be a solution for a lot of people. That type of that kind of that group, that should be a solution for them. And a lot of people would agree to this because people will tell hey, you hear people say, we have grown each other. That's why they decide to go their separate ways. They'll tell you, we have outgrown each other. The person he knew when I was 19, I'm no longer that person. But also, if marriage is in a limited time contract with an expiration date, I wonder will that wipe out cheating partners, people that cheat on each other during the marriage? I wonder. Because if someone know that the contract is about to expire in 2 years, it depend the years they agree or the amount of time, they can always say, I'll just wait till my contract expired, then I can go on and do what I got to do. Because I think that will eliminate a lot of people cheating if that's the case. So this thing can benefit a lot of people, and it could be no benefits to very few people. Tons of people would agree to this, and others will not. signing a marriage contract but with an expiration date. Because yeah, most contract have expiration date. You know, you get a contract for a home, for an apartment for like a year or two, whatever, and you keep on renewing it every year. So it's a lot of things you have to keep on renewing it every year, keep on renewing it. When the contract end, why not marriages? I mean, especially today, you know, the way that marriage has become, it's for profit. It has become a business. And you know that one certain, you know, entity entered the scene, then, you know, things just it's not, you know. But will that affect love? Because some people will tell you, you know, well, you know, if you love me or if she loved me, she would not expect this love to expire. When in reality, does love expired or it was never there to begin with? Love does not expire, it just wasn't there to begin with. It was something else, masking itself as love. And people get married thinking it's love, but it's totally something else. You know, it could be possession, it could be obsession, it could be, you know, most of the time it's lust. And after a while, when that thing dies down and they think it's love, then they say, you know, well, you no longer love me. When in reality, love was never there to begin with. Because when love is there in the beginning, will always be there. Love don't die. Love never dies. Love created this whole thing we're looking at right now. It's made out of love. Creation, everything on this planet. That's how it all began. You see, and this is why when someone have a child, you know, either through natural or whatever, when that child become part of your life, you feel a love that you cannot explain. You see? Okay? So everything began with love, creation itself. So, so this is what I'm saying because you know if love is there in the beginning, it will always be there. It will never die. You know, you hear something say love never dies. It never dies. So someone love you today and a couple of years later they no longer love you. That never did love you to begin with. And like I said, it was something else. Something else masqueraded itself pretending to be love. And this is why people go out there and they, you know, they cheat and have affairs and it's all lust. That's what it is. You know, because once the heat comes down, then they start to see clearly. So guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and I want to thank you for listening to the video. And I'll be seeing you soon, okay? Don't forget to like the video. Comment below. What do you think? Should marriage be a limited time contract? Should marriage have an expiration date? Okay? And I know it's a lot to think about. Just think about that. Okay? So I'll see you soon, guys, okay? And take care. Bye.